You're watching Oilers Nation every day with Tyler Yaremchuk. Your one-stop shop for all things Oilers.
We are live from the Mile High City at the DNVR bar in downtown Denver, Colorado. Welcome into a special Saturday edition of Oilers Nation every day, a Sherwood Ford Giant Game Day edition of the show. And it doesn't get any more giant than being in a bar in Denver surrounded by Oilers fans. This is good. This is shaping up to be a good night, gentlemen.
I mean, it's it's buzzing.
It is buzzing. We have, and I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but I'm going to say it anyways. We have a couple birthdays here. One of them happens to be the guy right to my.
Yep.
It's my right. It's this guy right here.
Stage right? Or
Yeah,
stage left.
Stage left.
Yeah,
Stage
I don't know
left.
what's going on here. I'm new to this. Please forgive me.
Yeah. You're a podcast guy.
I am. We don't do this stuff live, so it's a little bit new for me. We had a happy birthday back there already, like 10 minutes ago.
We have another
My guy
birthday right here.
Yeah. My guy turned around because he thought the song was for him. Unfortunately, not yet.
It was.
I'm sure we have one coming for him later
It
on.
was.
But I feel like this is gonna feed the boys tonight.
I feel like it's a good omen.
The vibes.
The voice you're hearing behind the scenes is obviously Bagged Milk,
Hello.
Tyler, Rick, Jay. We got a little crew put together here at the DNVR bar in downtown Denver, they've been awesome hosts for us so far this weekend.
So good.
We were here last night watching Edmonton versus Utah and OT Thriller. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But even last night, there was an Avs game on TV at an Avalanche bar, and there were more Oilers fans.
Well, that's what we do when we travel.
Yeah.
We take over bars. But it was a little bit of West Side Story. They gave us our whole area over there, sound on for the game.
Yep.
Which was very crucial. And then they had the Avs game over here, and the Avs didn't win. So it was very somber on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Electric over here, somber over there. And they got to experience really what Oilers fans are all about.
YouTube chat brought to you by our friends over at Odd Company Nation Beer. We can't get Nation Beers down here in Denver, which really is a shame. I'm pretending this is a Nation Beer. But Filipardo says, surprised Tyler made it to Denver. We'll probably save our travel stories for the Oilers Nation radios and the real lives that we're going to drop throughout this weekend.
Tease.
I'm always not OE. ONE at 5:45 is awesome. Yeah, a very specific start time, but for us, we're here at the DNVR bar. We're waiting for everyone to kind of filter in, and then we're going to be hopping on a bus together, going to the Ball Arena. There are rumblings that we're even getting a beer on the bus.
Well,
we should be there for warmies too. Like I'm excited
America.
about the whole thing.
Oh yeah.
Hashtag America. So
yeah, all-inclusive bus trip. Hashtag America.
America.
It's a vibe. Captain Felton, let's go. So sad I'm not with you in person. Go
get the captain.
That W. Absolutely. So we're all fired up here in downtown Denver as Edmonton will, again, they've barely played over the last couple.
It's so
last week,
weird.
but they're going for their third straight win tonight, which is very encouraging.
It's almost better that they played last night because it was a very sleepy start to the game.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and if you've been paying kind of any attention on socials, the players after the game kind of saying, like, there was a little bit of a moment in that first intermission, an uncomfortable conversation, they kind of called it, where people had to get loud, and they woke up a little bit.
Good.
But I think you love it. I know you love it.
Good.
Embrace conflict.
It's very frustrating to watch this team come out and play with like a 3 out of 10 of what they can do. And I know that whether we're sitting here at a table like this or we're sitting on our individual couches, we're doing the exact same thing. We're getting angry. We're grabbing a pillow. You're twisting it. You're grabbing it. You just want to see the same emotion out of them. Try and match my emotion, please. If it's being said in the dressing room, then I feel a bit better.
Rick, I don't think they ever match your emotion.
Well, that's fair, but
I love the idea
but
of you
imagine
twisting
if
a pillow.
you know what?
too.
If they match your emotion, we would win a Stanley Cup every year.
Oh, yeah, June 24th.
Without a doubt, the passion that comes out of this man. Yeah, you should have been running down in Florida, waking them up.
I don't need to talk about it right now, but yeah, if I was there, if things went well, I don't know if things would have went well for me. If things didn't go well the way they went, I also don't know if things would have went well for me.
You would have been on the beach with me drinking sad beers while the waves came in. That's what you would have been doing.
Yeah, we found sad milk on the beach.
That reminds me of like when I watched the house get torn down by
That's what it was. That was exactly what it was.
The
The waves were my house.
The beach version.
I want to pick up on what kind of before we got into this pillow talk, beach beer conversation.
You're weird now.
The fact that Connor rearranges the cups in the room.
Yep.
It's about winning. So winning is so important. So if they don't have a good first period, yes, show passion, show leadership, yell at your teammates. You know you can get better from it. You know we're better. So stuff like that is great.
Pure
And for us,
accountability.
thankfully it was. Live bet the comeback Didn't know there was
We
a
all
speech.
did.
We
All
Didn't
of
know
us
there
did.
was a speech.
Tyler and I went into it blind also. We were in our
You
cab
didn't
on the
know.
way here. Rick told us you guys bet the comeback.
Yep.
Damn it, we're in.
Blindly betted, and now we got a little bit more money to play with tonight.
I'm going to put it all on the Browns game.
Gord is in and says, look at all those jerseys in the background. The nation has taken over Denver, and it absolutely has. This place is starting to fill
awesome.
up. Someone said this bar is only 4 miles from the arena. Electronic Jordan, 4 miles is the perfect distance for one beer.
4 mile one beer.
I'm a 2 mile beer man.
It's a driving 4 miles,
I'm
not a
a
walking
2 mile
4
beer
miles.
man. That is
BPM, beer per mile.
That is
Stop. You
a
did 5K today. How many beers do you have?
well. I
You
had a
an
beer after.
opportunity.
You
That's
did
true.
5K, and yet
I'm
Rick and I
really
have
struggling
more
with this
steps than you.
court here. Help me
Yeah,
out.
no,
I'm just struggling over here.
You're
He had
fine.
he had a Fireball coffee though to start.
I
is true.
the whole rule on a nation vacation is 1 before 10 or 10. Sorry, 1 before 10 or 10 before 1.
Where's the
Oh, sorry.
sticker? I don't know where the
It's on
sticker
my
is.
jersey that
Yeah.
I'm not wearing right
It's
now for
illegal.
reasons I can't explain.
It's illegal.
So Electronic Jordan also pointed out your very nice sweater that you're
Aren't
rocking
these sick? This is the whole reason why I did the 5K is because it came with a hoodie. Bag Milk put in the group chat. There's an over under that I'm only going to wear this 1.5 more times
Bet
after
the under.
Denver.
Bet the under.
This
If it wasn't in the
is in the
if it wasn't
rotation.
Listen, I've known
you
you a
didn't
long
know
This is
time.
the
about this,
rotation. I don't have a hoodie of this color.
If you didn't know about this bet, there's 0% chance you're gonna wear this.
You
outside
have
of this
so
trip.
many nice hoodies that I've seen you wear
But
over the 15 years I've known you.
I don't have a mustard yellow with a giant turkey that talks about trotting for 5K, which of the 5K, I trotted about 3.2 of those kilometers.
Bet the
today.
under, people. It's under 1.5.
You'll
for
forget
sure.
about it eventually.
Again, we'll save some of those stories for
There's a
another
lot
pod.
of tease.
A lot to get to.
But the pumpkin pie after the race,
So
if you
good.
ever want to
Looks
have
fluffy.
if you want to ever want to have a delicious piece of pumpkin pie, which is already delicious to begin with, have it after you did a kind of quasi run walk 5K.
As Liam would say, earned, not given.
It was so earned.
I hope
And
everyone.
then the 7-minute pour pilsner, which once we'll tell you about
We'll
that
save
later.
We'll save it. Canadian Connor, our boy, who is here, he made it down
He made it
from
down.
Fort McMurray. He says he's in on
He's
the
peeking
under.
as we were talking about.
Yeah,
He's peeking
he's
over
watching over there. Also, Waz keeps speaking over.
there. Yeah, he's
screen.
got headphones.
Well,
in. I can
yeah.
feel it.
Stay if you want the ultimate tease, stay tuned for ONR or a Nation Real Life when we talk about Waz.
He had an experience last night. He went to a new place.
Yeah,
He would, yeah, and he
was always
there's
has new
more. There's
experiences.
a lot. There's a lot he's done so far.
Also, shout out to our guy Pat Puff, who is watching this on his TV. Which may I add, Pat, just from the Twitter you
Yes, TV
posted,
stars?
TV way too high. That is our Reddit/TV too high. Your TV is touching your roof.
Yeah, that
There's-
is.
Where's the distance to the couch though? If the couch is close, then you got your neck up.
But there's
If
a lot of room to bring it down.
Yeah, Pat, that's embarrassing. You got to bring that down. I hope that's not
Are
your
those
house.
the
How's your neck?
renos you were doing, Pat? Like the renos you were doing is putting a TV way too high?
Right on the roof. That's where it belongs. We are actually
Did he
gonna be-
help build a new studio? I'm concerned now.
Well, he did some electrical work,
Okay. Well, that you can trust him there.
which there is a good story behind that I won't share on the
Oh,
air. But
jeez.
but anyway,
WCB earmuffs.
yeah.
Oh no.
We're also going to be joined in
Oh,
a little
no.
bit by our pal Jesse Montano. He is out here in Colorado from Guerrilla Sports. He's going to tell us a little bit about this Colorado Avalanche team, and they made a trade today. Scott Wedgwood is in.
It's because they're scared of Edmonton. We're coming.
Justice Annunen is out, a 6th-round pick, also going the other way. So Scott Wedgwood has put together some really nice numbers against the Oilers as of late. In his last 3 appearances against Edmonton, he is 2-0-1 with a .929 save percentage.
Playing with who?
What happened the last time he played the Oilers?
One
Lot-
triple O.
True or OT win, Connor McDavid, 1,000th point.
So
Yeah.
we fear no Wedgwood. I
We
had a
shocked
wedge
him.
salad today for lunch, and I
Crushed
thought
it.
that was like a
You
good omen.
stared Wedgwood right in the eyes with that salad.
Yep.
You said,
Took
"No,
it down.
yeah, tonight's not your night."
Fair. Gord is in. Did you guys discuss 97 game last night? -3, made some mistakes, some giveaways, then also made about half a dozen all-world plays. Yeah, that was a pretty wild Connor McDavid game in there.
Like there was one who was a blatant giveaway,
yeah.
which is not Connor-like. So
There's also
trust me.
the Bouchard back check on the one goal that I just went, ooh,
The more
Connor.
often you have the puck, the more often you have giveaways.
They always lead the league in giveaways.
Yeah.
We learned this back with Taylor Hall a trillion years ago.
Who's that?
That's fair.
The more often you have the puck, the more often you have to give away.
So before we talk about the game coming up tonight, let's talk a little bit more about last night. Early on in that game, it was the Oilers down 2-0. Again, we live bet the comeback. We're feeling good, but they were, I'd say, lifeless in that opening 20.
The only reason why I live at the comeback was trying to manifest the W. I didn't feel good about it because that first period was uninspiring.
It was
uninspiring.
They had like 5 shots or something, didn't they?
It was gross.
It's not good.
What got them going in the second period was a goal from Vasily Podkolzin.
My boy.
Number 92, second goal in as
Didn't
many
bet
games.
it, but my boy.
Listen, if he could go with some consistency, what a huge add that is to the top 6.
This team is so much different after they score a goal. If I'm the owner, I'm putting down $50,000 to score a goal in the first 5 minutes of the game every single dang time. Once they score, you know what happens.
With our fans at Brett, these 365 are on the board.
Money on the board?
Every single time. No, I want cash. I want cash money and
cash on the board.
And like a blue tack right on the board. On a cork board, that's what you do. Because that's when this team shows up. We've seen what happens if they can't score for a little bit. It's almost like everybody starts gripping the sticks. It's almost like everybody starts getting a little tense in the neck. They are not playing properly. Go score a damn goal in the first couple of minutes here. Everybody relaxes, plays their game, and then you see what we can actually do.
I personally was so relaxed after the Podkolzin goal.
Why? Because of the amount of beer you had?
No, because I'm like, all right, we have a chance to come back.
Well, but that's what I mean. Once they get that first goal out of the way, and I don't know why there's a monkey on their back to start every single game when it comes to that, but it feels like there is. Get that first down. That has to be their mantra every single time. Get it on like a piece of wood. Put it above the dressing room wall. When you walk out, bang. That's what you're looking at. Go get that dang first goal.
But here's what I like about last night. Podkolzin, now he's got 2 goals in 2 games.
Odd.
Nuge, OT winner.
Oh,
you've got some guys that like get a little confidence, and all of a sudden that it's going to start to turn over a little bit.
Like Nuge was fired up.
I would say that was his best single shift of the season.
Yeah.
The OT winner shift?
Well, strip the puck.
Battled him, stripped the puck, battled him, outskated. Nuge, classic vintage snapshot.
You knew when he was coming down where he was going. And the goalie even knows where he's going.
Can't stop it.
Can't stop it.
It don't mean shit, though, if he doesn't keep going tonight.
But that's what I mean.
You
like,
lose
I
that
hope
momentum.
it's like starting the rhythm, right? Like,
but you have to like get out there and like push yourself. He's got to go tonight.
Get the snowball rolling downhill.
Nuge shots on goal. Let's go.
We'll talk about
that later.
We'll talk about our bets in a little bit here, Rick. But we're watching the OT winner here. Credit to Sportsnet on the highlights as well. But a couple of comments. Gord is in and says, "I thought
a hell of a goal.
It is a great goal.
Such
and
a good goal.
Celebration was great. Maybe we should give, actually, before we get into some comments, some love to our friends out in Utah. Goat and the boys, Rusty the Reckless Optimist.
Yep.
Shout out to my buddy Devin, who was there as well. But a lot of McMullet was down there.
Oh, yeah.
A bunch of Oilers fans down in Denver. Nuge sent him home happy.
That's right. Goat and the boys deserve an Oilers victory in the first game played in Salt Lake City.
Yeah.
They deserve it.
They deserve
was
more
so
than
happy
one,
for
but
them.
yeah,
They
let's start
deserve
off
it.
with one.
So, a couple of comments here. Gord, once again, I thought the first looked worse than it actually was. They had a few great chances that they didn't get a shot on. Nurse in all alone. Draisaitl, Podkolzin 2-on-1. Leon Draisaitl not shooting the puck on that 2-on-1 was bananas. What are
we
you
were in the
doing?
back of the Uber just being like, come on, man. Because he's got such a good shot. I just wish he was a little bit more selfish.
Yep. That's all it is. Lance is in. Man, can we give some flowers to Nurse? He's been crushing it. It's borderline time to apologize.
Please. Simple Daryl. He's playing simple Daryl, and he is looking really good.
Give him a partner who can take care of their own job. All he has to do is worry about his own job.
The Swiss Army knife, Brett Kulak.
Yeah.
I've been saying this for a while. Get him someone who can just do their own thing.
And shout out Kulak.
Yeah, 100%.
Shout out Kulak.
Yeah, Brett Kulak's been great. Riley is in. I don't know if Podkolzin will ever replace Holloway, but goddamn, he was worth a fourth.
You know
rounder.
what? Holloway, 6 goals, 6 assists right now through 24 games. Podkolzin, 2 goals, 5 assists through 23 games. So it's not that far off, people.
It's what? And now he's heating up.
We hope.
It's not
Holloway
that far
started
off.
hot.
Listen, I miss Holloway too, but we got a kid here that we got to support. He's playing some really good hockey. I love the way he plays.
Me too. Last night, one other thing I wanted to talk about, that game, 2-1, Podkolzin scores. And listen, we are starved for this power play to get red hot. It did exactly that. Last night was one of those games that you won because of, not solely, not 100%, but I'd say 80% of it, goaltending, power play. Scoring those 2 power play goals in the second period absolutely flipped the trajectory of this game. Draisaitl banging one in, and the one that was actually more encouraging to me was the Connor McDavid goal, because he picked it up, and it wasn't one of those like, okay, let's get cute, drop pass behind the back, gotta find Leon back door. It was just like, I'm Connor McDavid, I'm going to rip it. And he fired a effing laser beam past Carol.
And that's what actually tells me that he was the one that had the chat with the team.
Interesting.
Right? Because he's normally so selfless. He's always looking for the pass. He's like, no, we're effing winning this game.
Yeah.
And so he's like, I've got a chance to shoot. I'm shooting it. 97% of the time, that's a pass.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. This team needs to score. They play offense. They're so much better. Everything falls in line. The power play
Just
works.
you, eh? Just you say we need the team.
I just keep saying it. I feel like I'm Steve saying it. Everyone keeps, but I just keep repeating it all the time. The PP worked. Also, it also worked. The PK. Big again. Now what are we at?
Solid.
BM, what are we at now?
18 kills over 8 games now.
Yes.
That's
Moore
huge.
only took 1 penalty too. Massive.
More, yeah, Mark
Perfect.
Love.
Sorry, 17 games. 17 kills.
But you're not losing momentum. You're not giving the other team an opportunity.
Looking ahead at tonight, the Oilers PK now, Tyler, is actually a 0.4% better than the Avalanche, which seems hilarious
Shocking.
given how bad they were to start the season.
So where are they at right now?
71.4.
Wow. I didn't even think that was possible.
Yeah.
We're working out of it. Lance is in. Might order some oodle noodle before the game.
You
because
should.
I'm not cooking
Mega box,
for
buddy.
one.
Yeah, go big if you're starving. Get a
Today-
big onion cake too,
Long
actually.
game.
Treat yourself to a GOC.
And Lance, today is a premium Saturday at Oodle Noodle. Buy 1 premium box, get the second one for 50% off. Not valid with any other offer.
Okay,
But
then we're going combo box.
Okay.
And then maybe your second one, maybe go pad thai.
I'm doing hot box and a kung pao,
But it's premium box deal.
keeping it spicy.
Okay.
Sprinkle on some spring rolls, though.
Always spring rolls, man.
Davin is in. Draisaitl, 5 penalties in the first 7 games, 0 in the last 16.
Lady being dry.
All of a sudden, Draisaitl, he got benched in that game a while ago, and he just really turned it around from there.
That's probably the first time he's been benched ever.
Probably, and
Probably.
he responded
Like,
to it
maybe
really
not-
well.
I'm trying to
No,
think.
no.
I'm trying to think.
I don't
know.
think his coach in like Pee Wee that year, he put up 240 points in 60
three
Games.
coaches
He
here,
wasn't
though.
messing. He
He would have
benching
been
him.
benched being like, geez, tone it down like you in men's league.
Fair.
Gotta tone it
Yeah, I
down.
heard you were 4th in the league, or your team, or whatever.
Sources. I don't have confirmation. Lance followed up on a Zoodle Noodle. He's been a hot box man since like 09.
Oh,
go.
Hot box
I-
with shrimp, Lance.
I do love the hot
Please.
box.
Fancy
I'm a hot
legit.
box with beef if I got
I'm a
hot box.
beef. I'm a beef.
It's so funny. I'm so protein particular with the box.
One works
I'm,
with one.
I'm
the other
chicken.
works
I'm
here.
chicken with a jungle curry. I am beef with a hot box.
Well, yeah, beef curry. No one eats beef
Buddy,
curry.
the
so I
jungle
feel where you're
curry
coming from.
is elite. I
Jungle
love the
curry with chicken
I love
sandwich.
the jungle curry. Oh,
Hey, can we talk a little bit about our guy Calvin Pickard?
buddy,
Sneaky
I
pick.
have this much time for Calvin Pickard and this much time for that guy.
Our pal Cal.
Who's that?
I don't know. He's showing us.
Yeah, he's loving
He
life,
flashing
though.
titties?
He was.
Yeah, he's flashing something. We don't
Yeah.
know who that is.
we
though.
have
No,
no idea who
I
that
know
guy
that
is.
is.
Hi.
And he flashed his
Let's see it.
plaid shirt.
Open it up.
You're not
Oh,
on
let's
camera,
go.
bro.
Let's open
You're
it
not
up.
on camera.
Oh, 1 second.
Show us the goods.
He thinks he's
Where's
on.
Washington?
Don't
Look at
tease
that.
us, or don't even bother tease. Like,
He's fully unbuttoning his shirt.
Here we
right
go.
Oh boy.
now we got a little business
Is it going to be an
Oh, boy.
abs
Go
shirt
on.
underneath?
Was
Rip it
goodness.
open. Rip it open. Don't tease me.
Hey.
There you go. My guy is a furry hunter out there, too.
Hey, chest there, boys. Come on. I like that. That's a good looking chest.
That guy just showed us straight titty on the live stream. Oh my god!
The streets are buzzing here in
That's
Denver.
awesome.
Austin
alive.
Powers is out here in fucking Denver. I'll tell you that
And
much.
you know what? Well, let's talk about the city of Denver for 1 second. Low key, good city.
Smaller than I thought.
Yeah.
So we're leaving the taco talk for the next
Oh, yeah,
tomorrow,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Okay,
taco
yeah.
talk.
Decent
Oh,
taco.
there's Waz. We found Waz. Waz, you
Oh,
missed
I-
the shirtless man outside. Bagmouth convinced the guy to go shirtless
Yeah.
outside.
Yeah. Well, it's not the first shirtless man you've seen on the trip.
That's a tease for a real life for an O&R. Stay tuned.
Tomorrow.
The Waz tales. We really got to strap that GoPro to Waz, and it should live stream to a YouTube channel. Because Waz. Oh, wow.
Wow. They've got an excellent buffet.
That's what I'm saying. The beef dip is electric.
Yeah, the au jus is suspect.
It's Oh boy. Anyways.
Well, so anyways, back to Calvin Pickard.
Our pal Cal's playing good hockey.
He's been great, man. So he's played 9 games so far this season. One of them was the relief appearance against Winnipeg. So
Doesn't count.
So if you take that out, 8 appearances, 8 starts for our pal Cal, and he's been above 900 in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. 6 of his 8. If you have a backup goalie making $1 million,
steady,
going 75% or better in terms of starts above 900, why are
all we need? All we need is 900.
That's why I don't understand the hate on Cal Pickard.
Who's hating on him?
There's
but
just
the people who say we need to go get a goalie.
No, the goaltending concern, and I'm sorry, I'm going to say it, is Skinner.
But you're not replacing Stuart Skinner. If you bring anyone in, you're replacing Cal Pickard.
But Pickard as a backup is so good.
He is
reliable.
He's the guy you want.
Don't forget what he did for us in Vancouver. He kept our playoff run on the rails.
I just think like Cal Pickard is one of those guys.
Did for us too. Then
100%.
Every elimination game, Jay, going down to LA, Stuart Skinner was a
I want to talk about Calvin Pickard though.
Hey, Skinner was good in the playoffs. I'm not going to not say that. Right now, he's struggling.
You missed it.
Oh,
He dodged you. Calvin Pickard, though, the thing I like about him, it doesn't matter if he plays every other night or every 10 days. Yeah. He still gives you a solid effort.
A pro.
And that's what I love to see from a backup. That is your backup.
He's a pro. He's a pro.
Are his numbers not similar to what they were last year? Like, I feel like he's not
probably better.
Is he 9-0? What is he?
Not. There's not been no letdown.
Pickard is
one of our best things from last year.
He's a career 904.
Yeah, he's 895 on this season, 909 or it was 909 last year. So again, 895 is pretty much league average.
Yeah, it's first handful of games. We're fine.
Yep.
It's good. You told me last night if Pickard can have a 900 save percentage,
we're winning.
The Edmonton Oilers will win the game.
They'll win the game. That's all
he beat 900. We won the game.
Oilers are a lethal weapon in front of their goalie. As long as the goalie can do 900, we're okay.
900 or better. When you go back to last year, there weren't very many goalies in the league who did 900 or better than Stuart Skinner and Calvin Pickard. So
it's true.
That duo, they were consistently 900 or better right up there. So giddy up.
I've got all the time for our pal Cal.
Yeah, he was
$1 million bucks. Come on,
t-shirt.
He was really, really solid. Here's one from Everything Maine. Did we talk about the Yaremchuk trade? Did the Wild give up too much? Did we want the Oilers to get in on that?
I don't know about the first part, but I know the second part. And I said that second part, I say no. Yeah. It's a cool idea, but I think we have that type of player right now in Emberson. The player we need right now is the player
Emberson and Yaremchuk, like
they're not out of
their ceilings are two different places.
Sure, their ceilings are whatever. They're in the same realm right now.
Yeah.
They're in the same realm.
Yeah, that's fair.
We don't have time to bring on another guy.
Yeah,
we need a lot. Not a lockdown. We need a surefire guy who can play 5-on-5.
Yeah,
that's what you need to play the 2 RDs.
Known quantity. We don't have the time to develop Yaremchuk in the NHL right now. We need to try to go and chase it.
If the Oilers are going to spend a first-round pick on anyone, it needs to be
Sidney Crosby.
Yes, right-handed.
Shut up.
Well, let's we
starting it.
When do we not start bringing up Sidney Crosby?
Why? We're
but like, I know he plays for
Taylor Hall instead. He just scored a hat trick. When did Sidney Crosby get a hat trick?
Rick.
The guy I want.
Rick, you want Tyler Hall instead of Sidney Crosby?
Absolutely not. But I
guys are both living in fantasy land.
We're not getting Taylor Hall. We're not even looking at Taylor Hall. We need guys.
Defenseman.
Right-handed defense.
So Tyler.
Well, that's
the guy I would love to have, or akin to him, because I know he just signed a new deal, is like a Brett Pesce type who can play your top 4 right deep.
Yes.
We need to do right by Darryl. Darnell needs a good, solid partner.
Or,
that is the only priority.
Here's the thing:
season.
like if Brett Kulak is that guy, which is great, go find a guy who could be there. Then all of a sudden he goes down to the third pairing, and you got a really solid third pairing.
That's why I like Provorov, because he can flip around. Matheson can flip around.
I like Provorov and I like the idea of him, but he's too small. You need to have size. We have Emberson already, who's not big, but he does play physical. He plays physical.
He plays, yeah. He's got a heart of a lion.
We need guys who can go out there and stop the cycle, knock guys off the puck, not get knocked off the puck. We need bigger bodies.
David Savard, dude. I think the David Savard project is over.
5 years in the past. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's get out. We got a guest joining us on the Star Mechanical guest line. It's Edmonton's #1 plumbing and heating company. You can find out more about them online by visiting them at starmechanical.ca. Residential, commercial, 24/7 emergency services. Star Mechanical does it all. And joining us from, I would assume, somewhere in Denver is Jesse Montano of Guerrilla Sports. Jesse, welcome to the show. We're in your neck of the woods. How are you doing?
I was going to say, welcome to town. I'm doing great, guys. Just wrapped up. We just talked to Scott Wedgwood a few hours here before the game. So, just killing some time. But glad to have you guys in town.
So the Scott Wedgwood thing, I have some like Denver related questions, but I want to zero in on Wedgwood for a second. The Avs have goaltending problems. That is not a secret. Just like we were talking about, the Oilers have defense problems. But acquiring Wedgwood for Justice Annunen, to me, feels a little bit like putting a Hello Kitty Band-Aid on a gunshot wound. What do you think of this trade?
So look, the Avs ran into a problem last year when they had Annunen and Ivan Prosvetov as the backups. Jared Bednar just didn't trust them. You didn't know what you were going to get. 2 of Annunen's last 3 games have been 600 or worse. So you could just tell that he just wasn't trusting him. He wasn't wanting to go back to him. And I was just on the road. Corey Masisak from the Denver Post actually went through by hand and did the splits on Annunen's numbers versus playoff teams and then versus non-playoff teams. Against the non-playoff teams, he's above 900. He actually looked like a slightly above average goalie. Against any team that was in the playoff picture, below 700. So just the contrast was in the numbers. The Avs had lost their faith in being able to go to him. And with Georgiev being as up and down as he is, to me, this is a stopgap of, hey, we've got a guy that we can rotate in every now and then that we don't, feel like the sky is falling. We know what to expect from Scott Wedgwood. You're right. This is definitely not the solution to the issue in net, but I think it was just to give him a little bit of breathing room here.
So there's no way this is the last goalie trade that the Avs are pulling off, right?
I don't think this is the last move in general. I think coming out of 4 Nations, coming out of the trade deadline, this team's going to look pretty different.
So let me ask you this, because again, we've spent a decent amount of time here in Edmonton talking about the blue line, but everyone kind of understands that it's not the only issue here in Edmonton. What else has kind of gone wrong this year in Colorado?
I mean, the injuries are something. Every team deals with injuries, but the Avs, it seems like, I don't even have what their updated man games lost are. But I mean, yeah, there's a list right there. There's the guys that they're still missing. And it seems like every time they get somebody back, they lose 2 guys out of the lineup. So that definitely hasn't helped. There's been a consistency issue, and there's part of that you can say, all right, yeah, they're constantly rotating line mates, stuff like that. The details just haven't been as sharp. This is a team, I mean, you guys remember from just a couple of years ago, going to the playoffs, this is a team whose defensive details are sharp. They have elite offensive talent up front. They can kind of kill you at both ends. And they're just, it doesn't look that potent from night to night. Combine that with the fact that both Annunen and Georgiev are among the league's worst in goals saved above expected. It's just kind of led to a kind of sputtering start. But really, with all the injuries, I actually think Jared Bednar will take the fact that there are a few games over 500 right now, just given how up and down the lineup has been.
Question from off camera for you. Like right now, as we're going into tonight's game, the Avalanche are a -9 goal differential. Is it all just the goaltending, or is there more to it than that?
So they've had a couple games where they've lost big. They lost 8-2 in Tampa Bay earlier this week. So that has definitely contributed to it a little bit. But really, I mean, Nathan McKinnon, Cale Makar, Mikko Rantanen, their minutes are heavy. They just don't have the depth right now that they've had in seasons past. Jared Bednar isn't able to roll all 4 lines the way that he likes to, for long stretches. Having Val Nichushkin back helps a lot. But again, you're Val Nichushkin, Ross Colton, Miles Wood, if you want to count Gabe Landeskog, Jonathan Drouin, those are all guys that help them in the defensive, zones on the ice that they've been missing all season. It's just taking a little bit of bite out of that identity that they normally have. So again, like I said, a couple games where teams have run it up on them a little bit with some bad goaltending, but the reason they're even hovering around, even or a little bit, worse, is just because that the defensive details just haven't been as sharp. They haven't been able to suffocate teams the way that they want to this season. And yeah, some of these top guys are trying to help this team stay above water till they get some of those bodies back.
I want to ask you about Cale Makar, because when we got lunch earlier today, there was an interesting kind of debate. And listen, well, not that Evan, don't oh boy me before I'm even done walking out the question, but not that Evan Bouchard is even in the same universe as Cale Makar. There are a lot of Oilers fans who are frustrated with Makar. And was it you, Rick, who said there were some Avs fans on Twitter saying, like, man, Makar had a good game. It's about time.
So I was writing the game preview for Oilersnation.com, and is it right that Makar has not necessarily been Makar through the first quarter of the seasons? Like, he'll have some really solid outings where he is Cale Makar. He's that guy that's dominant. But then there's other nights where he just does not look like himself.
So he dealt with that a lot last year. He was dealing with an injury kind of behind the scenes. And so there's a lot of fans, I think, here in Denver who are still looking at what he did last year, which the funniest part is it was career year in points for him, but just on a night-to-night basis, yeah, he didn't quite look the same. So I think there's still some folks that are holding on to that. And really, I think he's been pretty dominant to start this season, but he has had a couple games here and there, and he has called himself out for them when they've happened, where he hasn't been good. There was one game in particular against the Islanders earlier this season. He was awful. It was one of his worst games that he's had, since he's been with the Avs. So, yeah, you've maybe had one or two of those plugged in there, but no, for the most part, Cale Makar has gotten back to looking like Cale Makar this year. Definitely a bit of that throughout last season, though, that maybe I think some fans are still holding on to a bit. So when he struggles, there's some of that maybe confirmation bias.
We're about a couple hours away from puck drop here. We're going to get moving soon, but we've had a good day so far. It's all of our first times here in nice. Denver. A couple of us ran a 5K earlier today, which was quite something.
That's turkey trot.
There you go. Yeah.
Give us your recommendation, because we got all day tomorrow, and then we have all day Monday before we go to the Monday nighter between the Browns and Broncos. Give us like one spot we should hit up maybe after the game tonight or on one of our off days.
Food, drinks. What are you looking for?
Both.
Or just a good time? Okay. All right.
What should we eat, and where should we go have drinks?
The best burger in Denver is at a place called My Brother's Bar. It's also the oldest liquor license in town. Walkable from Ball Arena. Outstanding food, so that's a good one to check off. And then right over by McGregor Square, right over by Coors Field, there's an area called McGregor Square. There's like a food hall with like that you can scan the card and just fill up your beer all night. There's a couple different like breweries in that area, and then it's kind of walking to where some of the other bars are at. But yeah, My Brother's Bar and McGregor Square are my two. If you're around the Ball Arena area, those are the spots to hit.
We're in the mix.
Yeah, I mean, we'll be around. We got a lot of time.
We're always around. We've been in Rhino, Lohi, Fofi, Fifu. We've been everywhere.
Cherry Creek's a good area too. If you guys are looking for some stuff to do tomorrow, about 10 minutes from downtown, Cherry Creek's a good spot.
Okay, we appreciate that. You came in, gave us good Av stuff, and you acted like a bit of a concierge at the end, which is exactly what we wanted.
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, it is.
I have found the people in Denver being fantastic.
Unbelievable.
There's like a lot
very
of Canadian,
very friendly.
Some man took off his shirt outside the bar for us right before you came up.
Just out of nowhere, like just normally dressed man, just was interested in
everything. The camera,
yeah.
It's that Denver hospitality for you. There you go.
Jesse, appreciate your time, man. Thanks for doing this.
Always, guys. Always got time for you. Talk to you soon.
There you go. Jesse Montano. Follow him on Twitter to get your Avs news. Jesse Montano. He is in the mix with Gorilla Sports.
Legit.
Yeah, he has a 10 out of 10 backdrop.
Tight set.
He came on with Frank and I too. It was really, really sharp.
No, he's good. He's good.
All right, boys. As we work towards the end of the show, let's do it. Let's talk some betting for our friends at Bet365. Download the app today. Use the promo code NATION. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. So we like to do a little thing. We like to do a little win with the boys.
It's a thing we do.
It's a thing.
It's a thing. It's a thing.
$20 per guy. We put together a big parlay, and we, in a way, kind of try to pay for our night out. This one is juicy, boys.
It'll be a big night if this one is.
It would be a very, very big night. But here's what we got tonight. The 4 legs, we're locking in Oilers money line.
Always.
Ding.
Done.
Bang.
4 more legs. BM, you went
5
first.
all day.
Connor McDavid, 2+ points.
He's hot. And if they're going to win, that's reasonable, obviously.
He's starting to go supernova now. He's starting to look like the Connor that just kind of runs away with games.
This is what he does.
This is what he does. So I feel like 2+ points it's right in the wheelhouse. Our captain is going to lead the boys. You guys mentioned it. McKinnon versus McDavid is always a thing.
He's showing up.
We're going to get our best from him. And just even like looking at his last 9 games, 9 goals, 11 assists for 20 points in the last 9 games.
Well, the math there. 2+ points is there.
Rick, your leg.
I believe, if I remember correctly, my leg should be Leon Draisaitl over 2.5 shots. Correct. He's hit it 4 out of 5, 6 out of 8 right now. He's stepping up as a leader. Leaders lead. He's going to go there. He'll get his shots on goal. This won't be close. Connor likes to pass it to him. Power play started to take off. This will be easy.
So I ended
5
up
last night.
I went with Darnell Nurse's shot prop. And again, he was banged up, obviously missed a little bit of time, but he's been crushing this thing. His line is set at 2.5. He nailed it in back-to-back games since returning 4 and 5 shots. Before that, 2-2-2. He was barely missing it. He was on a very nice run at the end of October, early November. I like Nurse 3+ shots on goal. And then our juice man to really hype it up.
This is
the one, but I like where you're going with it, Jay.
Corey Perry goal. Why? Because he's the worm, and he's filling back Zach Hyman's spot on the power play.
The power play is getting going. We've already discussed it. I think we're in the back of the Uber. It was something along the lines of Connor to Leon for a shot on goal, big save, and the worm banks it home.
Yep. So we did those 5 legs.
He's going to worm one in. That's what he does.
$20 a pop because we play responsibly. So it's an $80 same gamer on Bet365 to pay out $3,680.
It'll be a fun 2 days in Denver.
2 more.
It would be very good. It would
Broncos
be very good.
country. Let's ride. But the Browns are winning on Monday.
We also did a little squad ride on Leon Draisaitl to get a power play point, which is nice.
Yeah, it's very juicy.
Very, very juicy.
Very juicy.
So that's our betting talk. I'm also probably just going to go money line over because I do think the over is a good play tonight. Bordsey, who's coming up with pregame with Bordsey at 7:00. He says he's riding with the over in Bordsey's bankroll.
Well, I think I went Oilers in the over, but also just Oilers are road dogs. Ahoo! Go bet on that juice.
Yep, I'm in on that too. Just a straight money line.
Take a quick look over at Nuge. He's riding what he did last night. His shot prop right now is over 1.5. He does that in his sleep. 8 out of his last 10, he's hit it.
Well, Nuge is back.
He's there. He's getting it done. He knows what he has to do in order to keep this rolling. That means put the puck on net. Nuge finishes the game with 3 to 4 shots.
Like most people, they go to Salt Lake City and they find themselves. And then their life's back on the rails.
Davin says Bouch and Ekholm are due. I like a Bouchard goal tonight. Dude guy says Jeff Skinner 2-point night. Ooh, giddy up.
That's got to be juicy.
I'm wearing my Ike jersey, so Devin, I'm with you.
All right, before we wrap up, need to give some love to the all-new My City collection over at nationgear.ca. You can scoop it up and take advantage of our Black Friday sale, which is still ongoing. 15% off and free shipping on your order if it's over $200.
From my city.
There you go. The Blackout collection, sharp. I like the color popping one, though, with the orange and blue. I think that's pretty nice. That white shirt, that's crisp. Nationgear.ca if you want to get yours. Also, the holiday sweater. I had someone come up to me down here and say, hey, the holiday sweater, where can I get it? It's like, it's live right now. Order it. Be the best looking person at your holiday party. Nationgear.ca. Ho, ho, hope will never die. Let's
Shout
wrap
out BM for that statement.
Shut up, BM. Let's wrap up the show with a little bit of a key to victory for our friends at Sherwood Power Sports and Marine and Sherwood Ford, the Giant. BM, what do you got? What do you want to see the boys do tonight?
I know it's Wedgwood tonight. I know he's like coming in off that trade this morning, but shoot from the parking lot, crash the crease. There's going to be garbage there. I feel like there is. There has been against the Avalanche all season. Just simple hockey. Dirty, simple, greasy hockey.
I like that. Rick?
Cash on the board. Go get that first goal. We know what this team does when they get that goal. Get it out of the way, and let's roll this to victory.
I'm trying to articulate what I'm thinking here. So
just spitball.
Well, yeah, we're gonna talk about this. I'm gonna think out loud. You've got McKinnon versus McDavid. I'm now thinking the opposite of this, right? You know McKinnon's going to show up to the bout.
Yeah,
you know that. He's the Nate Dogg. He's a very talented guy. He's not Connor McDavid, but he's going to show up. You also have Cale McCarr, who is Connor McDavid on the back end.
Not quite, but yeah. It's not Connor McDavid. He's very, very
good. On the back
yes.
end. That's very good. Okay. Yes. Okay. Sure. So I think these two studs are going to show up against the Oilers. So it's just about defending and containing that. It's going to be super important.
Play with it in their end.
Smart choices with the pucks. Ultimately.
Just be aware, play tight defensively, be very good in your zone.
Support each other. And don't try and get cute.
And then go and just shell Wedgwood when you have the puck.
Respect those blue lines.
Thank you. Respect the blue lines. 3 feet on either side of them, both sides. Don't give up the puck in that zone. Please.
Yeah, I'll kind of go similar lines. Like, avoid gifting Colorado anything. Their offense is very good. They will get theirs tonight. I'm not expecting a Stuart Skinner shutout or anything crazy like that. This is probably going to be a high-scoring victory for the Oilers, but you need to make Colorado earn every single goal they are going to get.
Because you give them an inch, they can take a mile. They're that good.
Yeah, Davin is in, says the best will cancel each other out. Our depth needs to win it, and I like that one. Toby is in, same lineup tonight for the Oilers that they had last night. Unknown because it's back-to-backs. They didn't skate, but that's why you're going to want to stay tuned. Pre-gaming with Boardsy coming up at 7 o'clock right here on the Oilers Nation YouTube, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. Let's wrap up the show, gents, with a little bit of a score prediction.
I got a casual 8-1 Oilers win.
I like that.
Oh, that's nice. You're on the road, so I like that.
6-4 Oilers dub for me.
The birthday boys in the house. I think they pull it off. Looking at like a 5-2, maybe an empty netter there somewhere.
Well, there is a video about to circulate. I don't know if it's already out there. Me while I was running, trying to do the score prediction and almost dying while saying
What
it.
is this?
And I'm going to double down on that. 5-3 Oilers.
5-3 Oilers. Shout out to our guy Colin Baker. Absolute beauty. Comes on almost all our trips. It's a green tea shot, but it's in the
green tea. Okay.
But it's in the
These are
States,
fine.
so it's 2 liters.
Yeah, the States,
Yeah,
they don't understand. They don't know how to measure here.
This is it.
Yep. Cheers, beer.
Love you all.
Love you guys.
Oh, this is that one we had in Dallas. We had one of those in Dallas.
Woo! We got a bus to catch because we're going to Ball Arena live, boots on the ground, nation vacation.
Oh, look
As
at the boys
Edmonton
behind you.
takes
that
on
you
Shelter.
showed.
Oh, the
back
boys
here.
in the suits.
The
Oh,
boys
come
in the
here,
suit.
come here,
Come on
come
in,
around,
wander in.
come around.
In there.
Wander in. Look at these
Looking
suits. These
sharp,
guys.
boys.
Wow,
Looking
the bar
sharp.
is absolutely filled up since this show has started. It is
Yeah,
packed.
we're rolling in.
Yeah, we got the boys.
We
coming
got the
in here.
boys. They're wearing a wonderful blazer.
Wonderful.
Look at
A
this.
sport coat, a dinner coat,
Slide
if you will.
in.
It is.
A gentleman
this
wears
is
a
sharp.
jacket like
This-
this.
If we go for dinner there, I think I might have to.
Yeah,
Both
come on,
you guys.
come on,
Slide in.
come on
Slide
in.
in. This is good. You gotta be able to see yourself. You gotta slide in.
There it is.
Give me a little score prediction night. We are live.
3-2 oil.
Oh,
I like
tight
it.
one.
I think we're going to smoke them 5-3.
Let's go.
There you go.
Is 5-3 a smoke 'em though? I feel like we can give me a better one. Come on.
6-3, 6-3.
Okay, one more. You went one
Five
more.
more. Back
Cheers,
goal.
boys.
We're going to do one more.
Connor McDavid scoring 2. I like that.
Let's go. Oh,
All
we
right.
should do a hat trick bet.
We should do a hat
Waz,
trick.
where's our
All right,
coffee?
cheers, boys. Nation Vacation's always a good
Okay.
time. We're ready to go down here in Denver. Everybody,
I did, just to your point about the hat trick bet, I did bring my Riverhawks hat because it's begging me to throw it on the ice.
there.
You better warm up that shoulder. I think you have to have a good toss.
Well, if you've ever seen my tosses, it's going to go where it goes.
Oh, we found Waz again.
There it was. Score prediction was
I'll go 5-4 Oilers.
5-4.
Why are you
Waz
guys
says
doing
it's going to
this
be a
me? I
tight
don't-
one.
Let's not keep it close.
Waz is having a trip.
Okay,
Stay
giddy
tuned.
up. Giddy up. Guys, thanks for doing this. Brett Holden, our producer, back home up in Edmonton. He's sticking around for pre-gaming with Boardsy at 7 o'clock. We got a bus to catch. We got a team to cheer for on the road as well. It's going to be a good night down at Ball Arena in Denver, Colorado. Oilers Nation After Dark immediately following the game. And who knows? Maybe a couple of us will
Oh, boy.
we'll
We'll pop in, but we won't talk.
I will wear this headset all night if you want me to.
You
Like a
should just
coach.
take it to the arena.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks for tuning in, guys. Boardsy's in. See you in 30. Absolutely. Keep it locked on the YouTube. Thanks for tuning in. And, of course, oil up.
Well,
Go Oilers.
Thank you for watching Oilers Nation every day. Hit the subscribe button to never miss a show. And for more, visit OilersNation.com.